negative 4. Inside the brackets we have x minus 1 over 2, and the bracket is squared, plus 9. Now we need to find a, the x coordinates of a and b, the coordinates of c, and c we need to find the area bounded by the curve x is equal to 0 and x is equal to b, which means the value of b that we are going to find. So let's get started. A, we want to find the coordinates at the x coordinates at a and b. So look at a and b. Okay, at a you can notice here that the value of x you don't know, right? But your y value is 0, right? I'm sure you know how to get the points from the graph on the x or y plane. And at point B you can notice that the x value is unknown, but the y value is 0, right? So from these 2 points you can notice that at both x unknown, y is equal to 0, right? Now remember, this graph that we have is being represented by the equation right here. Okay, so this is the equation representing the graph that we have been given. So we are going to get this equation because we'll need it as we'll be calculating, right? Okay, so there we go, and this will be our first step, right? Now let's identify from these 2 points, they are the ones we'll be using. Okay, so we are saying y is equal to 0. So let's set y is equal to 0. So if y is equal to 0, what will be the values of x at those 2 points? That is what we want to find out, right? And that's exactly what the question is asking here. Okay, so this is what we have. Now next, you notice that what you have here, right? From what you have here, you can move. Okay, let's just solve it just like we solve equations. Okay, we can take the brackets and whatever is inside with its square on the other side of the equation, right? And then we are going to divide both sides by negative 4. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Okay, let's do this. Let me do that. We're going to get 4, right? We're going to get 4. We're going to have this, okay, right? Now this is squared, so this will be positive, right? Exactly. So what we have here will be positive, and we're going to remain with 9 there, right? Now we can divide both sides by positive 4, right? So if we do that, we are going to obtain this side we are just going to have this squared, and this side we are going to have 9, right, divided by 4. Okay, so far so good, right? Let's hope you are following. Now here, remember, want to get rid of the square. So what do? We introduce the square root, and also this side introduce the square root, right? Okay, now if we do that, we're going to get, that's x minus 1 over 2, right? That's x minus 1 over 2 is equal to, now what's here, what we have here, okay, let's just do it. All right, so what we have here, remember, this is positive or negative, what we are going to get, right? Now what we have here, right, this means you need to find the square root of 9 on top and the square root of 4, right, on the numerator. Okay, that is, the numerator is 9. We need to find the square root of the numerator. The square root of 9, that's 3, right? Now the square root of the denominator, which is 4, that's 2, right? Which is, so we are going to get positive or negative 3 over 2, right? Now what does this mean? Okay, now this means that we are going to have two solutions, right? We're going to have two solutions. You're going to have either x minus half is equal to, we can have a positive, right? Positive 3 over 2, or x minus 1 over 2, right, is equal to negative 3 over 2, right? Yes, this is what we are going to get. Okay, now if we do that, this one with for a positive, if you solve, you're going to find that you're going to get your answer as 2, right? So this means to the positive side, you're going to get the value of x will be 2 comma 0, right? So we found one point, and this point is for b, right? Because b is on the positive side. Now we can solve this one. Now if you solve this one, okay, you do so by collecting like terms. Okay, you put you make x the subject of the formula, so to say. All right, so if you do that, you're going to get x is equal to, now when you solve, I'm sure you know how to solve from here, right? Yeah, because you're going to get 1 over 2, right? We're going to get 1 over 2 minus 3 over 2. Okay, now if you solve this, it's just giving you negative 1. Okay, this means x at this point, which will be point A, because A is in the negative position, so we're going to have negative 1, okay, comma 0. So we have answered question A, which was we were asked to find the equation. We have asked to find the x coordinates, okay, at both A and B. Okay, so that was A. Now we can solve B. Okay, so how do we solve B? Now to solve B, you need to read the question and try to think there. The question says we need to find the coordinates of C. Okay, look at where C is. Okay, again, look at C. C is in Y, right? So Y, we don't know. What we have on Y is C, but X is 0, right? Right. So what do we do again? Again, let's use the formula. Okay, we'll use our formula again. Now if we do that, we'll apply our formula. Now our formula is squared, right? Don't forget that. So we want to find y, because C is in Y, right? When x is 0. So that means we are just going to substitute where we have x, we substitute there, okay? And then we have that this is squared, so plus 9, right? So we're going to have y is equal to, okay, now okay, let me just show you this. Okay, look at what we're going to have here, right? We're going to remain with negative 1 over 2, right? Now 1 over 2 is squared. Don't forget that and don't get confused. So we're going to get y is equal to, I'm sure from here now you can solve, right? Remember, this is going to give you negative 4, right, that you have there. Okay, now multiply by let's say inside the brackets you have 1 over 4, right? That means after you square, okay, plus 9, right? Now look at that. Okay, look at that. Now that is going to give you y is equal to negative 1 plus 9, right? So this is 9 again, okay, which will give you the answer as 8. That is positive 8, which means at point C, the points are x coordinate, you have 0, right? Y coordinate, you have 8. Okay, cool. So we have solved question A and question B. Now let's go to question C. We want to find the area bounded by the curve. The x is equal to 0 and B. Okay, so by now we know what B is, right? Okay, so B, we can see B, the x coordinate of B, we have found it to be 2, right? So this is 2. So since we know that, now we can solve the area. Now we can just identify that area. Okay, let me use a different color so that you can we can see that area. Okay, let's use pink. So let's see this area. Okay, now that area, it's right, this one. Okay, so this is the area we want to calculate. Okay, now we know what's here, right? X here, we have found this x, that is 2, right? And here is 0, and we have the curve there. Okay, so this is telling you to say you can just differentiate. I mean, we are just going to integrate here. Okay, we're just going to integrate our curve with respect to x. I'm sure you know what I mean by that. Okay, so just a moment. Now if we do that, okay, if we integrate, let's see what we are going to get. Okay, now if we do that again, we need to get our formula. Let's start with our formula, right? We need to get our formula first and apply it, right? So remember this, now we are answering question C, right? So that's question C. This is question C, don't forget. So this is our formula, this is our equation, so to say, right? Which is representing the graph that we have. So what do? We are going to integrate to find the area. We want to find this area under the graph, right? So we're going to integrate with respect to x from 0 to 2. Okay, we're going to integrate our graph. So how do we do that? First of all, okay, I'll show you how to do that. You can go ahead. So this is what we have, right? Now let me show you this. When you reach here, right, you know what you have, right? What you have here. Okay, let's go step by step. Let's go step by step. Sorry about that. So we have 2, right, squared plus 9, right? Now we are differentiating this, right, with respect to, we are integrating this, not differentiating, we are integrating this with respect to dx, right? Okay, right. So what do we do now? We can expand. Okay, now if you expand, right, I'm sure you can do that. You can do that. So if you expand this, you're going to get negative 4x, right? You're going to get negative 4x plus, that will give you plus 4x. If you don't know how to expand, you can just leave a comment. All right, I'll be able to do that for you. Then here you're going to get minus 1 plus 9. Okay, I don't want to leave this out, so that as you do that, you'll be able to see where I'm coming from. So we have dx again. So look at this. You know that here we're just going to get 8, right? So this is 8. I didn't want to write 8 so that as you'll be solving, trying to see what happened there, and this is squared. Okay, sorry about that. This is squared plus 4x plus 8, right? So we're integrating this with respect to dx, right? Good. Now if we integrate, what are we going to get? We are getting negative 4x cubed. So we're getting negative 4x cubed, okay, over 3 plus, you're getting 4x squared over 2, right? You're getting x, that is 8x. Okay, now here you are integrating, remember, from 0 to 2, right? As you can see from the graph, remember we are integrating from 0 to 2, okay, with respect to x. All right, so let's proceed. What do we get here now? Well, we can substitute. Now if we substitute, you're going to get negative 4, right? That's negative 4. You have 2 cubed. Remember, when substituting, you always start by substituting the number on top, right? That's 2. So we have over 3, okay, plus we have 4 there, open bracket. Again, we have 2 inside. Sorry about that. All right. So we proceed. We have 8. We have 2 again, right? Now remember that downward we have 0, right? If we substitute 0 in this expression we have here, we're just going to get 0 here, right? Everything will be 0. Now if you do your mathematical manipulation here, you are going to find that you are just going to get negative 32. Okay, that's negative 32 over 3. Okay, then we're going to have plus 16 over 2 over 2, right? Then you're going to have plus 16. Okay, now you can confirm this, right? You can confirm this, okay, using your calculator or whatever method we are going to use. Now we can find the lowest common denominator, right? Some people say you assume there is 1 there, which you automatically know, right? Okay, so if we do that, we are going to get our lowest common denominator to be what? 6, right? So our lowest common denominator is going to be 6. So this is what we are going to use as our lowest common denominator. Now if you do that, you are going to find that you are going to get negative 64 there, right? Then you are going to get positive 48. So positive 48, again we are going to get a positive 96, right? Okay, right, now here we can proceed. What we have here, right, what we have here is just that's y. Okay, so okay, something I forgot, but anyway, that's not important. Okay, so from here I'm sure you can do, if you add everything there and do what you're going to do, you're going to get that's 40 over 3, okay, which will be 13 1 remainder 1 over 3 as your area, right? So your area is going to be 13, oh sorry about that, so your area is going to be 80, right, over 6. Okay, let me just write that, 80 over 6, or 13, right, remainder 1 over 3, right? So this is how we solve the area, okay, using integration, right? So thank you so much for watching. So remember, this was the area, okay, we are calculating for the shaded region, okay. So this is just the area, right? Okay, and this is what we found here, okay, to be the area and the final area down there. So thank you so much. If there is any question, make sure you ask, and you can leave a comment. Remember to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel